And I said to the Liberal, it's best to stop talking when you've said all you know. Dead silence. Hey, it'll be silent for a long time, don't you know? August 10th. Hey, many years ago. A doctor, his name, Dr. Oops, he came out to the waiting room and he said, to my father, he said, sir, as per your instructions, we put your wife in the right room on the right side with a bed on the right side of the room and everything is right. And congratulations, said Dr. Oops, your wife just had a baby boy. Hey, that'd be me. Happy birthday to me. Born on the right side, don't you know? And I continue to be right. Right is good. South Africa. Hey, you need more right-wing people over there, don't you know? Because it's chaos. It's chaos. I mean, the COVID is bad enough to add to things that were bad enough. And I got to tell you, now they're saying self-defense. That's not a valid reason to have a gun. All you people are killing everybody anyway. The bad guys, boomity boom. It's happening everywhere. South Africa is in total disarray. What a mess. And what a great country. Oh boy, how can this be? I mean, left-wingism kind of comes to mind. Should have been some people born on the right side there. Hey, I gotta say. And now they're saying, let's have in our Firearms Control Act, let's keep guns off the street. And so we'll outlaw guns from good people. And they're, it's a proposed disarming of civil society. And what they don't get is I kind of think they're after the white folk, but 60% of all the legal gun owners in South Africa happen to be black. I mean, and they protect themselves against bad guys. Doesn't matter what color you are, if you're a bad guy or a good guy, you're a bad guy or you're a good guy. Oh, ha, ha, ha. You know what? We are on the road in Canada, many other places too, but and a viewer wrote this to me and said, let's define all of the words, the wordage that kind of goes with politics and human behavior. And what's a fascist? Fascist. A lot of people pronounce it a lot of different ways, but I'll say fascist. And so a fascist, fascist, I got to get that right. Neither sounds right to me. They're definitely not right. but there's so many definitions about a fascist. And in Italy and Germany in the early 20th century, people found out what they were about. I mean, words are important. And the key word that we need to put into common use is fascist. Now I believe that after having kind of looked everything up and re-educated myself on this. Thank you very much to the viewer. And we need to reintroduce and associate fascist with Democrat and kind of bad stuff. People need to be educated because there is a program going on right now, and that's probably one of the few words that can be used to describe what's happening, particularly again in Canada. It's defined, fascism is defined as a political movement that embraces far-right nationalism and the forceful suppression of any opposition, all overseen by an authoritarian government. What does that sound like? Kind of sounds like the Trudeau government of Canada, doesn't it? I know you'll go crazy when I don't pronounce things, but look at me. I mean, I'm old, it's my birthday, and I got a grade 8, so kind of work with me. When I say it wrong, you can say it right. You know what? They favor centralized rule. That'll be those bad guys again. They embrace the idea of a national rebirth, a new greatness for their country, not your country, not the country that belongs to the people, the humanoids, their country. Economic self-sufficiency is through state-controlled companies. And you know what? If you try to define fascism, it's kind of like trying to nail, soup to a wall, right? It's very hard to do because there's so many unique elements and definitions, but when you boil it all down, it's a bad thing. The word is bad. The people that embrace it, they're bad. Doesn't matter if they're kind of the right or the left of it. They want to take control away from the people. Not a good thing. Now let's swing over to New York. You have the governor there who has always said women must be believed and all this stuff. And you know what? Now he's saying, I deny any wrongdoing. This investigation that you're doing with regard to my harassing women and having all these sexual allegations, it's political. Do you think? You're the governor. Of course it's political. What do you mean by that? It's personal to the women. I guess it's political to you because you could lose your job. You're in politics. Yeah, it's political. Duh. I mean, I never touched anyone inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances. I'm 63 years old, he said. What does that mean? I'm older than that. I'm okay. I mean, come on already. What does that mean? I could add more to that, but I won't. Down goes the paper. This Andrew Cuomo, the governor, he's got all of these calls against him from so many women, and the Attorney General, James, concluded that he, in fact, the governor, did sexually harass multiple women. So it's now a fact, according to her. Now, I don't have great faith in her. This is the same woman that's after Trump and so many other people, and she's kind of a commie too, but she is the Attorney General. And these are her findings. And Cuomo said, hey, doesn't matter what you say, because I'm not guilty and I'm not going away. Hey, I'm a poet and I don't even know it. You know what? You've got so much going against you, and your own Attorney General in your own state says that. Go away now. Go, go, go. You're bothering us. In the spring of 2019, Jason Kenney in Alberta, he announced a public inquiry to look into the Canadian environmental organizations. A restructuring accountant was hired, and $3.5 million later, it's a total waste of money. They had a meeting to decide when the next meeting is, and he does it all of the time. That's all he ever does. He's a federalist. He's crazy, I guess. I don't know what he's about. I don't know that anybody does. People had great faith and hope in that guy when he came into office, but he doesn't do anything to help anybody except have meetings. I can't say it enough. Let's have a meeting to decide when the next meeting is. Duh. Why do people... Anyway, it's hard in the brain. Hey, polls. Some of us think polls are for strippers and dogs. Many people, though, of course, are influenced by political polls. And what are they? Liberals in Canada, they own the press. And press talks of polls all of the time. And liberals cheat. And polls then, by expansion, cheat. And the public accepts it. I think a lot of them say, like me, that they don't matter, but it's a huge influence, okay? Particularly where the press is controlled and or owned by the liberals. So what is it? Well, I can tell you what it is. It's a setup for acceptance of when they, in fact, do bad things. Because I honestly believe that they cheat. Am I right? I don't know. Well, I'm right over there. But is it true? I mean, but certainly it's a setup for acceptance, because even if they cheat a whole bunch, people accept it. They don't even say, look into it and find out if they did, because, hey, the poll said they were going to win. And so it's a setup for acceptance. Hey, y'all come back. I'm leaving now, so have a happy day.